Welcome back to CLNS Media Headquarters in East Boston, everybody. This is Trags. I'm joined by Jimmy Toscano. We're talking Al Horford and the perceived struggles of the big man who's signed a 4-year, $113 million contract.
We always got to mention that.
We do, because that's part of the equation with Big Al. And let's face it, Al Horford, when he goes into a bit of a slump, everybody around here panics. I don't get it because, we have the opportunity to watch the Celtics up close quite often. And when you watch basketball, and when you watch the Celtics, when the Celtics are going well, offense flows through Al Horford. This shouldn't surprise anybody that Al Horford goes through a 5-game stretch where he was shooting 31% and averaging just over 7 points a game.
It shouldn't surprise everybody, but not everybody watches the games as closely or as often as maybe you do or I do. I don't get to all the games, so I will watch some on TV just like any other fan or any other NBA know-it-all, whatever. And I can see times where Horford is maybe a little bit more passive than he should be. And I have people who know that I cover the team, and they say, what's the deal with Horford? He doesn't shoot enough. He doesn't take control of the game. He doesn't do this. That really hasn't been who he has been over his career, and I think that's maybe what people thought they were getting when the Celtics signed him and when they see the dollar figure. But that being said, the game against Houston, I totally think that criticism was deserved. And I think Al Horford thinks that criticism was deserved because he came out and said after the game, I need to play better. And that was his worst game as a Celtic, especially plus-minus wise. I think it was minus 22. So that's deserved criticism. When you are a superstar or a star athlete in Boston, I don't care who you are, you get criticized.
Well, you
David
get
Ortiz
criticized,
got
Jimmy,
criticized.
because
Tom Brady
you get
gets
paid.
criticized.
That's why.
Exactly. But there are a lot of people out there that say, he shouldn't get criticized. He does so many things well. Who cares that he put up 7 points on, 2 of 12 shooting and 6 rebounds? He, had 17 hockey assists tonight. Well, this isn't hockey, and unfortunately, I get it. I see where those people are coming from, but I also see where the casual fan is coming from. They're like, why isn't he putting up 20 and 10 every single night?
All you have to understand about the Celtics is you talk to the players, you talk to Brad Stevens. Without Al Horford, they are completely different offensively, and they lose a huge weapon defensively. People totally overlook how consistent he is on the defensive end, defending wings.
But lately you can say, okay, well, where's the defense been over the last stretch? I mean, going into the All-Star break, they were playing like crap, and now coming out of it, they're winning, but they're giving up 120 points, 110 points, all these things. Where's that Defensive Player of the Year, Al Horford, that people were talking about? Remember that, all that talk? Now you're not really hearing it. Oh, what? I don't hear anybody saying that. Now, I'm not an Al Horford basher, but I'm just saying I see where these people are coming from, where they want if you want Al Horford to be the facilitator on offense and that glue guy on defense along with Smart, then they shouldn't be giving up 100-plus points per game.
Here's the deal, Jimmy. People have
and
to
he's going to be scoring close to 20.
People have to accept what Al Horford is.
What is he?
He is one of the most versatile, all-around big men in the NBA. That's what he is. And points and the statistics.
He's not Draymond Green.
No, but he's a totally different player than Draymond Green.
He's getting Draymond Green. He's getting money. He's getting superstar money, so people want to see those numbers. Now, in the playoffs, people are going to focus on who?
He does not have Draymond Green supporting cast, please.
No, he doesn't. But he still needs to be able to put up numbers like that, because when they zone in on Kyrie in the playoffs and when Marcus Smart goes 2 for 12, you're going to need a guy like Al Horford to come in. He's going to have to give you 20.
I think he's going to give you 15 to 17 points a game in the playoffs.
And I think that's where this ends up, because I think that, you can criticize Horford, but I think you have to operate under the assumption that when it matters down the stretch and going into the playoffs, that's when you count on your veterans, and he's as veteran as they come. He's been there. He's done that. He's in his second year with the team now. There's no more learning curve, I don't think, in terms of getting acclimated. It's him and Kyrie. They're going to have to lean on those veterans down the stretch. And then you've got your guys like Tatum and Brown, sure. But it's going to come down to Horford. He's going to really have to step things up, I think, down the stretch there.
Well, and people forget that last year, if it weren't for Isaiah Thomas stealing the show, Al Horford was the most important player on the Celtics in the playoffs. I think that's going to happen again this year, and this 5-year stretch is going to be completely forgotten. That'll wrap it up for this Celtics Talk. I'm Mike Petralia. That's Jimmy Toscano here in East Boston.